Welcome back to A&H Sports, everyone. We've been taking a break. We'll deserve 28 subs. No, I'm kidding. But today we're back with sports news, in particular football or soccer, however you want to name it. And those news would be about.
Dani Alves. So we have a story breaking out the past week about Dani Alves' victim has refused to receive any payment or financial compensation. She just wants to see Dani Alves behind bars and for justice to be done. So the reason why, she says that the player has invited her and her friends through a waiter to the VIP table of a nightclub in Barcelona. Alves sent the waiter twice and they agreed to meet him the second time. The victim also says that the player stood behind her and started saying things to her, but she didn't understand anything as they were probably in Portuguese. The victim says that Danny grabbed her hand tightly and put it on his junk, but she rejected this several times.
She also said it wasn't that big. No, my thoughts initially when I first heard the news, I was like, another one. I was like, I'm sure he's probably not the last. There'll be more to come, not just football, but any other sports, I'm assuming. But unfortunately, what would happen a lot in the past, and maybe still continues to happen, who knows? Again, I don't know if it was true or not when I first heard the news. So I was just waiting for more. But as it's going on, it seems to be more true than just a rumor, especially since they had to take him back to Barcelona, put him behind bars, and also because the club dropped them right away. Pumas in Mexico, they didn't even think about it twice. They just dropped them.
So you want to bring up about what happened in court that
Yeah.
you were telling me about?
Yeah. Again, we read something. We don't know if it's true or not, but feel free to correct us on the comments. They asked the woman if there was no agreement, why did she end up going with him? Right. So that's the first one. And they said that she didn't answer, which didn't look good. And then the second one,
Dani Alves agreed to pay the victim a certain amount of money, which kind of makes it seem that he's guilty. You wouldn't pay money otherwise if you're innocent.
but despite that too, that might look like it wasn't true, because that could happen also a lot where someone reported and it's not true. But yes, what you said, that Dani Alves, the team decided to pay him, but they don't want any compensation, also makes questions. So it is true, because why would they be offering to pay if it's not true? That always makes you more guilty than anything. Even if you win, it's like you already paid, so it was true. Let's say what the woman said isn't true. It's still not right for someone just to, whether it's man or woman, to grab your hand and put it on your junk when you're in public space or in a dance floor. You don't have consent. You shouldn't be doing that. Whether it's just touching someone on the shoulder or something. Yes, said that it's a Barcelona legend despite all these titles and know his greatness. At the end, he might be remembered mostly for this thing that happened at the end of his career. Unfortunately, if he did do it, he deserves to be behind bars. But if he didn't, it's also not right that they reported it if it's not true. We're just reporting what we heard. We're not picking any sides other than we're just giving our perspective and our perception on how we see things and read. The last thing about Dani Alves case, we just found out recently and read that the lawyer of Dani Alves' victim said that she's in a very good or well positioned financially. So she only wants justice. She doesn't want money or anything like that. Again, this was just reported. You heard it here first. A&H Sports. Let us know on the comments any feedback or any information you might have that we don't. And then that'll be it. No, I'm kidding.
Suey, that's it from us for today.